Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, November 28th, 2017. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, we'll give you some shopping tips that will help you if you have to return an item, and we'll tell you about several Christmas events coming up this week in the area. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 different locations, 8 new car franchises, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, a certified collision center with lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental. Let our family exceed your expectations at the Russell Barnett Automotive family. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Friday, December the 1st, the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run will be held on Jackson Street in Tullahoma. This unique fun run and walk benefits the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Cost for the Reindeer Run is just a recommended minimum donation of $10, but anyone is welcome to join in the fun. Participants and walkers will run down Jackson Street as the parade watchers gather. Runners are also encouraged to dress in their favorite Christmas flair. Pre-register at D.W. Wilson or on the day of the race at Fraser McEwen Park. So grab your antlers and join in the fun at the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run.
Welcome back. With the holiday shopping season underway, many Tennesseans are gearing up to score big discount deals. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance says whether giving or receiving gifts, it's always important to be aware of a store's return policy to prevent hassles and headaches at the cash register. Tennesseans should keep the following store return tips in mind to help reduce stress this holiday season. Remember to get gift receipts before checking out and keep your receipts. While stores may still accept a return without a receipt, you may only be eligible for store credit at the current or last known selling price. Receipts can also speed up the return process.
Shoppers should also check for special return policies before you purchase. Know the store's return period. Some stores will offer special return periods for items purchased during the holiday season and can vary by product category. Be sure to mark your calendar so you don't miss the date. Avoid removing tags for gifting. You may consider marking out or removing the price portion of the tag, but ensure the barcode and other necessary information remains attached. Most stores require items to still have tags attached, be unworn or unused, and show no signs of being clean to be eligible for return.
Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam and Department of Labor and Workforce Development Commissioner Burns Phillips announced last week that for the 5th month in a row, the state's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate is lower than it has been in recorded history. The state unemployment rate for October 2017 held steady at 3%, matching the historically low rate set in September. Tennessee first marked an all-time low unemployment rate in June at 3.6%, which was bested by the July rate of 3.4%, and then in August fell to 3.3%. Tennessee's October 2017 unemployment rate is 2 percentage points lower than it was 1 year ago and continues to outpace the national average, which currently sits at 4.1%.
Tullahoma's latest honorary alderman was introduced at last week's board and mayor and alderman meeting. Let's watch as the introduction is made.
You see, we have a young person joining us with us tonight. Welcome, Brandon Burns. Mr. Mathis, would you introduce Mr. Burns, please?
I will do that. He happens to play one of those sports that I want to know a lot about, and that's baseball. Good. I'm going to learn it someday. So, first of all, he is a very personable individual, very easy going, has a desire to do well in whatever he tries to do, which I've noticed that a lot, not only of you, but also your brother. And one thing about him is his parents are unbelievably supportive. Wherever they go, whatever they do, those parents are always there. They're here tonight, and they do an outstanding job. You will do well, have your dreams, and go with them.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here.
Very nice. Brandon, tell us a bit more about yourself.
I'm a student at Tullahoma High School. I'm a senior, and I'm part of the baseball team. I'm a part of HOSA, that's Health Occupation Students of America, and I want to study occupational therapy or physical therapy, something of that nature, to stay around the game a little bit. If that doesn't work out, I might want to own my own business, entrepreneurship a little bit, and just sell some sporting products, something of that nature. So,
Okay. Now, what position do you play?
I'm a utility player at the high school.
So what does a utility player?
Utility player, there's no primary position for that player. The coach kind of decides at that moment in the situation where that player should go. If he has to play right field at that time, he plays right field. If he needs to pitch, then he'll pitch. If someone gets hurt on the field, that he'll fill in for him. But that person's usually always in the lineup in the hill a little bit. So that's what a utility player does.
Yeah. So obviously a very talented all-around player.
I think he can do it all. Well, it sounds like many times a utility player also, if you have a shortstop, also a pitcher, and that shortstop that day is pitching, then he may move in and be the shortstop for that day. The next day it may be the second baseman, third baseman. He'll come in and fill them all. So he has to know a lot about the game.
Yeah. So what positions as a utility player have you played before?
What other ones?
What positions?
Every single position except first base. It's a little height difference going on. I can't really reach up there, so kind of matters.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you being with us. Now, you've got your parents. Why don't you introduce your parents?
My mom in the back, her name's Andy, and my short dad in the back. Yeah, you know, I used to be a police officer here in Tullahoma, so parents.
Very good. Well, Brandon, thank you for being with us tonight. And if you would stand there, and we've got a certificate recognizing you as the honorary alderman tonight. Congratulations.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
I have 30 seconds to tell you about RussellBarnett.com. We're going to find over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles, RussellBarnett.com. We're going to get your trade appraised, RussellBarnett.com. We're going to get financing done, RussellBarnett.com. We're going to get collision repair assistance, RussellBarnett.com. We're going to get auto rental assistance, RussellBarnett.com. We are the one-stop shop, one click away. Why click anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Community Coordinator Winston Brooks stopped by our studios recently to bring us up to date on some Christmas activities that we have coming up in the city.
But the reason I'm here today is to talk about two great art events coming up in Tullahoma. One is the Old Town Christmas, which is going to get you in the spirit with the great Christmas music.
That's almost here, isn't it?
It's going to be here December 5th. So you're going to have the parade December 1st, the Stan McNabb Tullahoma Christmas Parade. And then following Tuesday, which will be December 5th, listen to this lineup of music. We've got at South Jackson, you're going to have Peggy Burton's vocal students. She's a fantastic teacher. Been doing this for many years. She's got great students.
Yes.
So go out and support her. At Mount Zion Baptist Church, they're going to have they call Clean Hands Ministry, and they're going to have their Mount Zion Music Ministry performing. And they always do a great spread afterwards too. It's a beautiful facility there. At the First United Methodist Church, at 6 p.m., it's going to be the Tullahoma City Schools Combined Elementary School Choir, and then the THS Jazz Band Combo. And then finally the Aristocats at 7. So that's you don't want to miss that. St. Barnabas Episcopal Church is going to have the Coffee County High School Choir, and vocalist from the St. Barnabas Musical Ministry and the students of Michelle Anderson. So again, another great opportunity there. First Christian Church is going to have Ann Baldwin's voice students. There's going to be a ceremony at the historic Dave's Culbertson Funeral Home. And then you can tour the caboose and the log cabin on the grounds of South Jackson. If you're so inclined, there'll be some people there ready to greet you at the caboose and the cabin. So a lot of great music.
Yeah, and this is really a great way to kind of kick things off. As Winston mentioned, the Christmas parade is on Friday night.
That's right.
And but the Old Town Christmas Stroll, you really can just walk to all these places, and if you'd like, I think all of them you can walk to. Is that correct?
Well, you could.
You could.
Yeah. But the stroll part of it, it's more about the music now, and so. It started out as the Old Town Christmas Stroll. Now it's sort of just the Old Town Christmas music performances.
Okay.
So depending on the weather, you may want to walk or not walk. The second thing I wanted to talk about too was for many, many years, Tullahoma became known for their Tullahoma Arts Festival, which was held the last Saturday in May on the grounds of the South Jackson Civic Center. And that was a great event. And in 2018, Arts Alive Tullahoma, presented by the Tullahoma Arts Center, the South Jackson Civic Center, and the Tullahoma Arts Council, is going to bring back the Tullahoma Arts Festival. So that's going to be May 26th. And I just want to start putting the announcement out there now that we're looking for art vendors, food vendors. If you're a musician and you want to be a part of this, contact me down at City Hall at 455-2648. That number again, 455-2648. And you're going to begin to see more information about this event as the Arts Council and the Arts Center and the organizations begin to roll out this event to really try and help position Tullahoma as a arts destination. For many, many years, the Arts Festival the Arts Center put on this arts festival, and we had just amazing artists from all over the region come, and it was a juried art show. So again, it's going to be a juried art show with they're still determining the max prize level, but it's going to be somewhere of about $750 for the overall best of show. And so
you can actually purchase.
So this is all about purchasing art. That's right. And so we're also looking for sponsors. And if you do not want to be a sponsor, you can also do the purchase awards, what we call them, and we're calling them Arts Alive Bucks. And so you can purchase these before and then go to the art show and pick out the art you want and place your award on that and claim that prize right there. Now, not only the local great artists, but also bringing in the artists from around the region and seeing things you maybe haven't seen before. And it lasts on Saturday, and it'll be Sunday, and it used to attract several thousand visitors to the area and to the grounds, and just trying to rebuild those glory days of the art festival. And it was a lot of people are excited about us bringing it back, and there's been many volunteers that are putting in many hours to do this. Like I said, the Arts Center, the South Jackson, and the Arts Council, and that's one of their missions for this year of 2018 is to bring that back. Okay. So we want to invite everybody to come down. If you're an artist or want to be a food vendor, it's $75 for a booth space. And if you want to learn more, just call me, and we'll get you all the information you need to know.
Okay. After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The annual Toys for Tots program kicks off this week. Tullahoma Fire Chief Richard Chastain stopped by to give us some details on the program.
It's holiday season's up on us.
I know.
Thanksgiving
just happened really fast.
Christmas just around the corner. We're starting to prepare our Toys for Tots program. We've got our sign-ups lined up for Friday, December the 1st at 9 a.m. at CD Stamps.
And anybody that wants to bring something, they bring it there?
Well, that's where you sign up to get assistance. So anybody that's needing help this year, a little bit down on their luck, maybe having a tough time in the city limits of Tullahoma, they can come down, bring a birth certificate for each child age 0 through 14.
Oh.
And bring proof of residency, like your utility bill, rental slip,
so it needs
like
to be
that.
within the county or within the city limits? Within the city limits.
Sheriff Graves does a great job with the county residents.
Okay.
We do the city of Tullahoma. And we actually operate under the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program.
That's a wonderful program. How many people do you think you all service every year?
We'll have over 200 families, sometimes 550, 600 children.
Wow.
And we try to spend $40, $45 a child. We'll spend about $20,000 this year.
So you're still in the process of raising money, is that correct?
Absolutely. We're still taking donations.
So if somebody wants to make a donation, they come by the fire station?
Come by either fire station, cash or check, be fine. You can mail it to P.O. Box 807, Tullahoma. It is tax deductible. Like I say, we're under the Marine Corps 501c3, so it is tax deductible.
How long has that been going on? Do you have any idea?
Well, over 40 years, because I know Chief Watkins was doing it, Chief Clayton Farrell was doing it back in the early 70s.
And it's been a big success, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, and unfortunately there continues to be a need. We get letters every year and hugs from families that say we wouldn't have had anything.
It's a wonderful program.
Even Mayor Pennington, back when he was a child, got toys.
Oh, really?
He sure did, and he turned out quite well.
He turned out really well, yeah.
So he tells me that just about every time he sees me. That program helped me. We've had a few organizations in the past few years come to us and offer to take it over. But when I talk to the firefighters about it, they're like, no, this is our program.
Well, if someone wants to donate toys, for instance, do they bring the toys by the fire station?
They can bring them by fire station number 1.
And I think you have a rule about they need to be new toys.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Not wrapped, because we need to see what's in there.
You want to see what's in the box to make sure it's safe and age appropriate.
Right, and we don't give away any used like stuffed animals, anything like that, because of infectious disease. We want to make sure the child has a brand new something.
When people come to sign up to receive, and they're giving you the age and everything, are they allowed to make suggestions as what they might like, or?
Typically not. Typically we do it by age and whether it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
And if we have 25 7-year-old boys, they all basically get the same thing because it's such a big operation.
Sure
it's hard for us to handpick each child when you're dealing with 500 or 600 children.
I can imagine.
Each shift will take about 200 kids and about $7,500 and go by for those families each shift, and we've got 3 shifts. So that's how we kind of divide it up.
It is a gracious gift that the fire department does.
Well, it's because of the citizens and the businesses that give the money, because we certainly can't do it without the money.
It takes a lot.
And I would encourage people, if they want to do something and they don't know what to buy, bring us the money.
Bring the money.
Because we get a discount when we buy. We get it tax exempt.
Sure.
So we can buy a lot more with $1 than they can, and we can buy exactly what we need and not have any waste.
So this is all toys, not clothes or anything like that. It's all about
there's
toys?
different groups that do clothes. There's different groups that do food baskets. But we just do toys. We're strictly from 0 through 14. Give them a little something to have fun with. Even the older kids, we'll get them clock radios, curling irons, blow dryers, deodorant, cologne, toothpaste.
Things they need.
Some of that stuff.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in just a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has proudly served your auto rental for over 30 years. Check out this huge selection to choose from. Small car, mid-size car, full-size car, crossover vehicle, SUV, minivan, pickup trucks, 12 and 15 passenger vans. Whether big or small, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has them all. Stop by our 2 locations to serve you, Tullahoma and in Winchester. And remember, my question is, why rent anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Friday, December the 1st, the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run will be held on Jackson Street in Tullahoma. This unique fun run and walk benefits the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Cost for the Reindeer Run is just a recommended minimum donation of $10, but anyone is welcome to join in the fun. Participants and walkers will run down Jackson Street as the parade watchers gather. Runners are also encouraged to dress in their favorite Christmas flair. Pre-register at D.W. Wilson or on the day of the race at Fraser McEwen Park. So grab your antlers and join in the fun at the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run. Welcome back. John Gray spoke recently with Hope Sarton from the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce about this Friday's Christmas Parade.
Thank you. Well, this is Cody Hall. He is with Stan McNabb Automotive, and Stan McNabb Automotive has stepped up to be the platinum sponsor of the parade for the 5th year in a row.
Good for them.
And we really appreciate their continued support.
Yes.
And so we are glad to have Cody here with us representing him.
This is our 5th year sponsoring it. We love helping out with a community-wide event. We usually pick up the Santa float, probably picking up mid next week. We'll refresh it, make sure all the lights is working good, so everything's good. Replace the garland if need be, but it's always really fun.
And our 2 grand marshals are our police chief.
Yep, Paul Blackwell. And our fire chief, Richard Chastain.
Yes. And I think it's wonderful that those first responders who help to keep us all safe and sound in this community have been honored that way. That's a really nice thing.
Yes, we felt that way too, and it also ties in very nicely with the theme this year, Elf on a Float, a Christmas tradition. And so these elves are going to be getting into a lot of mischief. And
are they gonna dress as elves?
You should suggest that.
I think it would be pretty cool to see Richard and Paul in elf costumes.
You should suggest that, and I would just like to be there when you do. But
I will.
It is. It's a great time to honor them for their service that they've given to our community. And again, it's going to be a fun tie-in to the theme. And so we are really excited to see all the floats and the creativity that comes along with it. There has been a lot of excitement this year around the theme.
That's wonderful. And I think I heard Winston a minute ago speaking about there's a run that happens right before the parade.
Yes, the Reindeer Run. So it is a 5K that will take place right before the Christmas parade, and so we encourage everyone to dress up in their best reindeer attire to come out, and they can get more information about that on the city website.
And before the parade, there'll be a tree lighting.
Yes. At South Jackson. And there will also be a reception to honor the Grand Marshals that will take place before the parade, and that will also be at South Jackson Civic Center. And so there will be hot cocoa and cider and some cookies. And
that's right.
Yeah.
And you know, folks, during the Christmas parade, I know people line the streets and people get, look around because there'll be vendors there. I know at our church, First Christian Church, they open the doors to the fellowship hall, and there'll be chili, and so it gives businesses and service organizations an opportunity to say Merry Christmas to you as well. This is the 61st.
The 61st annual.
Isn't that great?
Tullahoma Christmas Parade, presented by the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce.
That's
sponsored by Stan McNabb Automotive. So try to say that 3 times.
Yes, it can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, I will also say something. Cody doesn't really like to brag, but he has a pretty cool connection. He knows Santa because he pulls Santa in the Christmas parade. He knows Santa.
You are
direct line to
I can
Santa.
see a little gleam in his eyes right now. He's got a little bit of elf look about him too, doesn't he?
I think he knows.
I won't be dressing up though.
You don't have any pointed shoes with bells on the toes? Oh, come on, Cody. Well, you know, we're so proud of you and what you've done since you've taken the helm.
Thank you. Well, yes,
at the Chamber of Commerce.
This marks the end of my first year, so, and the building's still standing.
Building's still standing, and the clock's still running.
Yes.
So all is well. Hope. Thank you very much. Good luck, and have a wonderful Christmas parade.
We look forward to seeing you.
Cody, thank you, my buddy, for being here. You know you're welcome anytime, and you know you are.
Thank you.
Okay.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include representatives from the shops at Coker's, who would like to invite everyone to come out to their big sale this weekend. There's a new art show opening at the Tullahoma Art Center, and Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell will fill us in about the police versus the fireman challenge. All that this week on This Week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Russell's got your truck, man. Russell's got your truck. Chevy, Ford, and Ram, man. Russell's got your truck. With the best selection anywhere. Russell's got your truck.
Keith Barnett here at the Russell Barnett Automotive Family, and man, do we ever have your truck. 4 brands, hundreds to choose from, all at year-end discounted prices. So with so much to choose from, my question is, why buy your next truck anywhere else?
Russell's got your truck, man.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1990 at 74 degrees. The record low was in 1938 at 13 degrees. The average high on this day is 58 and the average low is 34. Mostly clear weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 44. Partly cloudy weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 67 and a low of 54, and a 50% chance of rain on Thursday with a high of 65 and a low of 40. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great